Who are the couples here? Make some noise. Who are you here with? Where is it? She's... Wow. But why are you sitting like this?
I think he'll explain it better.
He'll explain it better. I love it. This is the start of a fight. What you did, Bart?
My friend came, so booked the tickets only for them.
You booked the ticket with your friends. Your friends are... Who are your friends? Can the friends raise their hands? Lovely. For anybody who could not see what's happening, okay? Up until this moment, those two friends didn't look like they even knew him. How do three of you know each other? So three school friends, and then you all had a plan. And then after booking, he was like, hey, we are. And then you were like, I'd love to. Are you sitting there by yourself, or are you sitting there with people who you know?
No.
You know what I feel so bad about this lady? Before she could say no, the people next to her were like, I don't. You guys what, married? Dating? What is it?
No, married.
You guys married? How long?
1.5.
You guys have kids? Not at this distance. My wife and I have been married 4 years, okay, and we are also childless. Sometimes we fight, okay. I'll tell you a fight. I'll tell you a fight, and y'all tell me whose fault it is. I told her not to sit in the audience. Okay, just hear me out, all right? Here's the fight. It's just two of us. We're in the swimming pool, okay? We're just chilling. We're minding our own business. I'm doing the breaststroke. She gets angry and says, Raunaq, you can't do this to me in public. That's fine. Some of you didn't like that joke. Frankly, nor did her lawyer, okay? And my wife and I, we started dating 10 years ago, okay? We've been a couple 10 years, all right? And in the 10 years that we've been together, after any fight, she has just never said sorry. And, maybe different upbringings, whatever, but... No, I'll tell you what. She was raised in a house where you don't say sorry, you change your actions to show that you are. But I was raised in a house where you say sorry and continue being an asshole. This is me in every fight. Sorry, bola na! I also want to hear sorry, okay? Because that's how I was raised. Otherwise, I don't know if the fight is over. Like, that day, she was just sitting on her phone, okay? She's on her phone, she's scrolling. I had some pepper in my hand. I walked up to her, I went... And she goes, sorry. I said, hey, no big deal. Once she did it twice in a row. Sorry. I said, hey, change your actions. My wife and I have been married 4 years now, okay? And we are childless, all right? And child-free is the better word, right? Child-free! Wow, these underage kids are... Woo! My wife and I were childless, all right? And these aunties in our building, they just can't fathom it. They're shocked. My wife and I were eating pani puri on the road, okay? We're just eating pani puri. This auntie just walks up to us. Shameless auntie, huh? Just... And I was like, yes, auntie, food is nice. And she goes, No kids? No kids? You must. Like it's a Chinese delicacy. You must. I tell you what, I don't like these new kids only, dude. This new crop sucks. Anything you say, they complain to their parents. That's why I only beat up orphans. What is this O? Say the whole thing now. O-R-P. I'm in the lift, okay, in my building. It's just me and this guy, and he has a new baby, okay? And this fucking baby doesn't stop crying. Just, and he's like, bas bada, bas bada, bas bada, bas bada, bas bada. And then he tells his kid, beta, stop crying, or uncle will get angry. This fucking kid looks at me and stops crying. I have never felt so powerful. But you have to play it cool because it's a baby, right? I said, "Arey, bacha hai yaar, it's okay, let him cry." And he says, no, man, I'm trying to teach him to be a better citizen of society, a better citizen of India. And I was like, yo, you're trying to teach him to be an uncle pleaser. And I don't think you've heard enough stories about uncles. But everyone's parents told them some rubbish to make them shut up. It's normal, okay? Like even my mom, when I was a child, would tell me, finish your food or I will call the police. The police. Just go to that landline, that fucking old, that 100. Hello? There's still food on his plate. I'm feeling very unsafe right now. Police van shows up. Wee, 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 wee. Chotu Hatkadi for Chotu boy. I can't climb in the van, so they pick me up. That trauma is still stuck with me. That day at night, I got stopped at Naka Bandi. I put my window down. I said, Dada, Bindi. First, all these people in India have started doing this thing that Americans do when the baby is born. They ask the father to cut the umbilical cord. Do you all know this? What is this? This is an inauguration? What is this? Rich people are calling Ranveer Singh for ribbon cutting. My biggest concern is that I understand that when you have the baby, especially for the woman, like my wife will not get a break. You know that, right? Like my wife can't just put the baby down and be like, I need a break, I'm going to go smoke a doob. You can't do that. You can't do that. You know this, right? Because then the milk becomes bhang. I recently read that you end up losing weight during breastfeeding. And my gym trainer never told me. It's quite a blessing that my wife dated me for 6 years. Because I went to an all-boys school, all right? Bro, you know what it's like? For the first 15 years of my life, the only girl I ever spoke to was the guy who dressed up as a girl on Dramatics. The first time I met an actual girl, I was like, hey, Laudu, wig nikal. And you can't go to your boys' school friends when you go to college and meet girls and ask them, hey bro, give me advice on how to talk to girls. Because these guys, their entire worldview is colored by porn. You ask this guy, hey bro, how do you talk to girls? And he'll be like, oh, yeah, just make her your stepsister. I can see that some of you didn't laugh at that one. It's because you didn't get the reference because you're much older. And that's fine. So a reference for someone your age would be Mallu auntie. Is that better? I couldn't go to my parents for advice on how to talk to girls. My parents had an arranged marriage. You know, in those American movies, there's always a kid who goes to his father and he's like, Dad, I kind of like this girl. I want to take her to prom. Her name's Jessica. And then the father comes, well, you know, when I met your mother for the first time, you can't do that here. If I go to my father and say, hey, Dad, how do you talk to girls? My dad will say, pehle uske baap ko gotra pooch. So what did I have? All I had growing up was Bollywood. Okay, Bollywood taught me male-female interaction, all right? And Bollywood also, mid-90s, late 90s, 2000s, what I grew up watching, also written by boy school fucks. Because it's always girl and boy meet, abhi kya kare, chal gara dal de. End of the song, they're a couple. So you're thinking, that's what women want. Got it. They want a grand romantic gesture. Because, you know, movies always show these grand romantic gestures. They end on grand romantic gestures, right? There's a flight. It's about to take off. There's a guy running at the airport. Sushmita! Stop the flight! She goes, oh my God, Lalit! You came! Then all the passengers are crying. All the air hostesses are throwing biscuits everywhere. The pilot is like, this is your captain speaking. We were never going to take off, bro. It's an Indigo. And everybody's happy. The happiness index of India is all the way here. They don't show you what happens the next day. They don't show you that this couple was fighting over him booking tickets for his friends and not for her. You know, I dated a girl once, and after 3 months she tells me, Raunaq, you're not what you used to be. You don't even surprise me anymore. And I was like, yeah, that's the surprise. Because when you keep doing grand romantic gestures, you're only going above the graph. And you're only going to make it tougher for yourself. Brother, what's your name? Deepak, let's say you go on a date with this woman. All right? It's your first date. It's not even a grand gesture. Just a gesture. You open the door for her. And she thinks, this is so sweet. My previous boyfriend has never did this for me. Now you like each other. You're a couple. You're dating for 3 years. Now, if you open the door for her, she's not going to clap for you. But when you don't, she's going to be like, something's off today, you know, with you. You don't think I'm special anymore. That's the problem. That's the problem. Because you're going above the graph. Sometimes go below the graph. Sometimes she's halfway and fucking shut it on her. Because then on the days that you don't, she will really value you. Now, some people might say that this is what an abusive relationship is. That's just their opinion. You know, the thing is, this is the only way you'll find out if your partner really loves you. You know, because, you know, when you tell your partner, hey, I love you because you're so kind. I love you because you're generous. That's selfish. You got to be with a kind and generous person. But if you say, hey, I love you even though you broke my fucking leg, that's true love, baby. My best friend proposed to his girlfriend of 8 years over WhatsApp. Yeah, and this was my reaction. I was like, dude, WhatsApp is for breakups. He's a genius. Because the bar is here. Tomorrow he sends a good morning message, Casanova. This guy can divorce with a GIF. Just one GIF, it plays by itself. Talak, talak, talak.
Yeah, my head's not right. La-di-da-di-da, she hit me up, I say nah. She gymming, it's a sweatshop, she pulling up in her best clothes. And she whack, she wanna be left alone. Then calling me on the phone, okay, but I'm still a mess though. Run to my parents like my girl left home. Yeah, she got some friends, I don't even wanna know. Is she doing things, I don't even wanna know. I don't even wanna know. Run to my parents like my girl left home. Yeah, she got some friends, I don't even wanna know. Is she doing things, I don't even wanna know. I don't even wanna know.